If you are over 60 and your handshake has started to feel softer or weaker than it used to, this simple little change may be telling you something very important about your brain's health long before memory problems ever show up. Imagine this for a moment. You reach out to greet a friend. They squeeze your hand firmly and your grip feels like it cannot quite answer back. That tiny moment during a handshake can act like a quick snapshot of how strong your body is, and surprisingly, how well your brain may be doing too. Today, we are going to talk about something many doctors still do not explain clearly. The handshake tests how your grip strength after 60 can quietly predict your risk for dementia, and more importantly, what you can do about it starting right now. For many people, dementia feels like a dark cloud in the distance. Maybe you have seen a parent or a spouse slowly lose their memory, or you have moments where you walk into a room and cannot remember why. And the little voice inside worries, is this how it starts? Most of the time, you're told that it is all about memory, tests, puzzles, and brain games, but there is another side to the story: your muscles, your strength, and even your handshake. Researchers have been looking at hand grip strength for many years, and they keep finding the same pattern. Older adults with weaker grip strength are more likely to develop cognitive decline and dementia later on compared with those who keep their strength even when age and other illnesses are taken into account. Large groups of people have been followed over time, and again, the ones with softer handshakes tend to have more memory problems down the road. So yes, your handshake really can be a warning light on the dashboard, but here is the part that matters most. You are not powerless. Your grip is not just a number, it is something you can improve. And when you work on it, you are not only helping your hands, you are supporting your brain, your balance, and your independence. In this conversation, we are going to walk through three big things. First, how to do a simple handshake style grip test on yourself and what it may be telling you. Second, why your grip strength is so tied to your brain and memory. And the third, practical steps you can start using today to strengthen your grip and lower your dementia risk over time without needing a gym or fancy equipment. Before we jump in, if you care about staying healthy and independent for as long as possible, take a moment to subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. We share senior health tips that many people do not hear in a short doctor visit, and I would love to know where you are watching from. Tell us in the comments if you are in the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, or another part of the world. Our little senior health community is quietly spread all around the globe. Let us start with something you can try as soon as this video ends, or even right now. If someone is near you, think of it as your handshake test. Stand or sit tall, relax your shoulders, and reach out your right hand as if you are greeting someone. Ask a family member or friend to give you a natural, firm handshake, not a crushing one and not a limp one, and just notice how it feels. Notice how confident your grip is, whether your fingers wrap around strongly, whether your thumb presses comfortably, and whether you feel a solid connection in your forearm and upper arm. Now swap roles. You squeeze their hand first with the amount of pressure that feels firm but comfortable to you. Pay attention to how long you can hold that pressure, maybe 3 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, maybe longer. This is not a formal medical test, but it is a useful little check-in. If your grip feels very soft, if you cannot hold even a gentle squeeze for more than a second or two, or if opening a jar, carrying grocery bags, or lifting a kettle has become much harder than it was a year or two ago, your hand grip may have dropped into a low strength zone. That low zone has been linked again and again with a higher risk of later memory problems and dementia. Of course, this does not mean you are destined to get dementia, far from it. What it means is that your body is sending you an early signal. It is whispering that your overall strength and your brain reserve are not as robust as they could be, and that now is exactly the right time to act. Not someday, not when the diagnosis appears, but now. While simple changes can still make a big difference, Let us talk about why this tiny measure. Your grip says so much about your brain. Think of your muscles and your brain as a team that has worked together your whole life. Every time you reach for a cup button, a shirt, or pick up your grandchild, your brain sends signals down the nerves, your muscles respond, and your blood vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients to keep everything moving. Your hands are packed with small muscles and dense networks of nerves and blood vessels, and your grip strength is like a quick summary report of how well that whole system is working. When studies look at hand grip in the older adults, they often find that low grip strength travels together with slower walking speed, more difficulty getting up from a chair, and more falls, and all of those are also linked to higher dementia risk. In a way, losing strength is like your body saying, we are running low on reserve and we are less able to handle stress infections or poor blood flow. And the brain, being such a hungry organ, suffers when that happens. You can picture it like this. Imagine your brain as a big sissy and your muscles and blood vessels as the transportation system if the trucks and buses and roads are in poor shape. Even the best city cannot receive what it needs. Messages slow down, repair crews arrive late, and over time the cities start to show wear and tear by keeping your muscles, including your hand grip, strong and active. You are keeping that transportation system in better condition. You may be thinking that your grip has always been a little gentle. Maybe you never had a bone-crushing handshake, even in your 30s. Or maybe arthritis in your fingers and wrists makes any squeezing painful. This is where we need to be kind to your body and realistic. The goal is not to compare you to a young athlete or to anyone else. The key is your own change over time. If you notice that your grip now is clearly weaker than it was 2 or 3 years ago, if tasks that used to feel easy now feel tiring, that change matters. We should also remember that hand grip strength is not only about muscles, it is also influenced by how well your nerves are functioning, how steady your blood sugar is, how good your circulation is, and how active you stay day to day. That is why things like diabetes, heart disease, the long-term inflammation, and long periods of sitting all tend to go together with weaker grip and higher dementia risk. So what can you actually do about this? What are the real-world steps you can take starting from right where you are in the body you have today? Let us walk through some powerful but gentle habits to build your grip and protect your brain. First, let us talk about a 3-minute daily squeeze routine. This is one of the simplest and most effective ways to wake up your hand muscles and the nerves that feed them. You can use a soft stress ball, a small rolled up towel, or even a pair of clean socks rolled into a ball. Sit comfortably with your shoulders relaxed and your elbow close to your side. Hold the ball in your right hand, wrap your fingers and thumb around it, and slowly squeeze. Think firm but not painful. Hold for about 3 seconds, then slowly relax. Repeat this 10 times on the right side and 10 times on the left. If at first you can only do 5 squeezes without fatigue or pain, that is perfectly fine. Start there and build up over weeks. This kind of simple hand exercise improves the strength of your muscles and also reinforces the nerve pathways between your brain and your fingers. Over time, many people find that opening jars and holding onto railings feels more secure. And remember, every bit of muscle you build is like adding savings into your health bank, more reserve, more protection. If you feel any sharp pain, tingling, and that feels worse, or have severe arthritis, talk with your doctor or hand therapist before pushing too hard. This is about gentle training, not forcing. Second, let us use your daily chores as brain and grip training. Modern life has tried to make everything automatic. Grocery deliveries, very light bags, electric can openers, and while these can be helpful, they also quietly rob your muscles of work. One of the best things you can do is to turn ordinary tasks into strength practice. When you carry groceries, if it is safe for you, choose two slightly heavier bags instead of many very light ones. Keep your shoulders back, your tummy gently brace, and focus on squeezing the back handles with a strong but comfortable grip. As you walk from the car to the kitchen, you can think of it as a mini strength exercise built into your day. When you pour water from a jug or lift a kettle, use your hand and forearm, intentionally feel the weight, control it, and place it down with care. Do not rush every time your brain has to control a bit of weight in your hand. It is practicing coordination and control, and that translates into better function. If you live in a place where you can hang laundry, gripping damp clothes and pins and giving them a little ring or shake can double as hand exercise too. Some people keep a lightweight like a small water bottle near their chair and practice gently turning it in their hands during television breaks. The idea is simple: do not let your hands be lazy passengers. Third, we need to look beyond the hands to your whole body because your grip does not live alone. It is strongly connected to leg strength, walking speed, and overall frailty. Research has shown that when older adults have both weak grip and slow walking speed, the risk of dementia is even higher than with either one alone. So one of the best brain protection habits is what we can call the stand tall practice. Choose a sturdy chair without wheels, sit down with your feet flat on the floor, cross your arms over your chest, or place your hands lightly on your thighs. If you need a bit of support, then slowly stand up completely without using your hands on the chair if possible, then sit back down under control. It is not a race. Try doing this 5 to 10 times in a row, once or twice a day. This simple action trains your legs, hips, and core muscles. It boosts blood flow, and as your legs grow stronger, your walking becomes more confident. Your risk of falls drops, and your brain gets more steady. Oxygen and nutrient supply. Remember what we said earlier? Your muscles and your brain are a team. When both parts of the team are strong and they protect one another. Now let us pause for a mid-video check-in. If you are finding these ideas helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It helps more seniors find this information, and if you have not subscribed yet, consider doing that so you do not miss future tips that build on what you are learning today. Fourth, we cannot talk about grip strength and dementia without talking about what you put on your plate. Your muscles are made of protein, and your brain relies on a steady flow of nutrients carried in your blood. If your meals are mostly white bread, sugary snacks, and very low in protein, your body has a hard time repairing and building tissue, including muscle. Aim to include a good source of protein at each meal. That might be eggs, fish, chicken, beans, lentils, tofu, yogurt, or nuts. For many seniors, spreading protein through the day instead of eating most of it at dinner helps the body actually use it to maintain muscle. Think of breakfast with an egg or yogurt, lunch with beans or chicken, and dinner with fish or tofu, always tailored to your personal health needs and any advice your doctor has given you. Older adults who combine strength exercise with enough protein often see better improvements in muscle strength and functioning, including grip, than those who just exercise or just change diet alone. More muscle strength means better mobility and potentially more protection against cognitive decline through improved blood flow and lower inflammation. If you have kidney disease or other conditions that limit protein, follow your medical team's guidance. You can still work on strength within your safe range. Remember, this is about smart strategies, not one single rule for everyone. Fifth, we need to talk about sleep and stress. It may not sound related to grip strength at first, but they are deeply connected. Your body repairs muscles and brain cells during deep sleep, and long-term stress hormones can slowly break down both muscle and brain tissue. When you sleep poorly night after night, your muscles do not rebuild as well from everyday use, and your brain does not clear away waste proteins as effectively. Some of these waste products are linked to dementia when they build up over many years. So one of the kindest things you can do for your grip and your brain is to protect your sleep routine. Try going to bed and waking up at roughly the same time each day. Keep your bedroom dark and cool if possible. Avoid heavy late night meals and bright screens right before bed, and build a calming wind down habit. Maybe gentle stretches, slow breathing, or light reading. Even small improvements in sleep can translate to better energy for exercise and better repair of your muscles. For stress, notice your daily sources of tension. It might be health worries, family issues, or even the news. You cannot erase all stress, but you can give your body tools to handle it. A simple technique: a slow breathing. Breathe in through your nose for a count of 4, hold very gently for a moment, then breathe out slowly through your mouth. For a count of 6 or 8, do that for a few minutes. Your heart rate often slows. Your muscles unclench a bit, and over time, your stress hormone levels can drop. That supports both your brain and your muscles in the long run. Sixth, let us come back to the brain directly for a moment, because while grip strength is a physical marker, your brain also loves direct mental challenges and social contact, and many of the activities that are good for your brain also involve your hands. Think of playing cards or board games with friends, knitting, painting, gardening, or practicing a musical instrument when you use your fingers. In precise ways, your brain has to coordinate complex movements, remember patterns, and respond to other people. This combination of fine motor activity and social interaction is powerful. You can even combine a hand exercise with a brain game. Maybe you gently squeeze your stress ball while counting backward in small steps, or you practice opening and closing clothespins while naming cities, animals, or friends. It may feel a bit silly at first, but you are training your grip and your thinking speed at the same time. And that is exactly the kind of double benefit we are looking for. Staying physically and mentally active into older age is linked with lower dementia risk, partly because it builds what scientists call cognitive reserve. The idea is that the more connected and practiced your brain networks are, the better they can handle damage or aging before symptoms show up. Seventh, it is important to know when a weak grip might be more than just aging and when to talk to your doctor, because early action is always better than late action. If you notice that one hand is suddenly much weaker than the other, if you have numbness or tingling that does not go away, if you drop objects frequently, or if your arm or face feels weak on one side, these can be signs of nerve problems or even stroke, and you should seek medical help right away. Do not wait to see if it gets better. Fast treatment saves brain cells. If your grip has slowly declined over months or years, and you also notice things like getting lost in familiar places, having trouble following simple recipes, repeating the same questions often, or finding it hard to manage bills or medications, it is very important to mention this to your doctor. Weak grip alone does not diagnose dementia, but in combination with cognitive changes, it can help your medical team understand your overall risk and plan tests or support. The good news is that many clinics now recognize physical signs like grip strength and walking speed as valuable clues. And some newer ideas are even exploring the use of hand grip measurements in risk scoring tools to better predict who might benefit most from early brain health interventions. At this point in our talk, take a breath and notice how you feel. It can be a bit unsettling to learn that your handshake may reflect your brain health. Maybe you're thinking about how your grip has changed or remembering times you struggle with jars or bags. If you feel a little worried, that is completely natural. I want you to hear this clearly. Feeling concerned does not mean you are doomed. It means you care and that you are paying attention. And that is exactly what leads to positive change. Knowledge is power. Now that you understand the connection between grip strength and dementia, risk you can use that knowledge in your favor. You can turn your handshake from a warning sign into a progress marker, something you actively improve over the coming months. Let us put it all together into a simple daily plan that you can follow. Imagine your day like this in the morning after breakfast with some protein like eggs or yogurt. You spend 3 minutes doing your gentle squeeze routine with the ball or towel. Right hand, left hand, smooth and slow. You feel the muscles in your fingers and forearms wake up. Later, during late morning or early afternoon, you do your stand tall practice with the chair, maybe 5 to 10 stands, always at your own pace. Then, when you carry in groceries or move laundry, you treat it as strength practice, gripping with intention, keeping your posture tall. In the evening, you spend a little time on a hand based hobby or a brain game, perhaps playing cards with a friend, knitting a few rows, brushing a pet, or tending to potted plants. Your hands move, your brain thinks, your heart enjoys the connection. Before bed, you protect your sleep by turning off bright screens, doing a few gentle stretches, and maybe a minute of slow breathing. You let your body move into repair mode so that all the small effort you made during the day can be turned into stronger muscle and healthier brain connections. You do not need perfection. You do not need hours in a gym. You simply need small, steady steps that fit into your life over weeks and months. You may notice that your handshake feels more confident, your jars open more easily, your walking feels more stable, and just as importantly, you have the peace of mind that you are actively doing something to protect your brain. If you have stayed with me this far, I want to say how proud I am of you. It takes courage to face the topic of dementia and to look honestly at signs like a weak grip. Many people prefer not to think about it at all, but you are choosing to learn and to act. That is a powerful choice. Let us briefly recap the heart of what we have covered. Your grip strength is more than just how strong your hand feels during a handshake. It is a quick reflection of your overall muscle health, your nervous system, your circulation, and your resilience. Weaker hand grip is linked with a higher risk of cognitive decline and dementia over time. A soft declining grip after 60 is not a diagnosis, but it is an early warning that should prompt you to build strength and talk openly with your doctor, especially if you also notice changes in your memory or thinking. And the important part is that grip strength can improve even in later life when you train your muscles, support them with good nutrition and sleep, stay mentally and socially active, and manage stress. You are helping your brain at the same time. Remember, this core message: growing older is not the same as growing helpless. Your body is always trying to repair and maintain itself. It just needs the right signals, a little bit of resistance, steady movement, decent fuel, and enough rest. By paying attention to something as small as your handshake, you are giving your body and brain one more chance to stay strong. I know that aging can feel hard. The aches, the new limits, the worry about losing your independence, it can all feel heavy, but it is not too late to make a change. Not at 60, not at 70, not at 80. You do not need to turn back the clock. You just need to support the body and brain you have today so that your future self can climb the porch steps more easily, take walks with loved ones, and remember the stories you treasure. Every small action you take, every time you choose the stairs instead of the elevator, every time you do, your hand squeezes or your chair stands, every time you choose a protein rich meal over a sugary snack, you are voting for your future brain health. Those small votes add up day by day. Now, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Share which part of this video spoke to you most. Did the handshake test surprise you? Have you noticed your grip changing over the years? What is one change you are willing to start with today? Your story and your questions are important. I read the comments and we all learn from one another here. If this video helped you even a little, please tap the like button. It helps other seniors and families find this information. And if you have not done so, yet subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next videos, where we will talk more about simple science-based ways to protect your brain, your heart, and your mobility. If you're still here and you feel determined to stay as strong and sharp as you can, type the number 1 in the comments. as your little promise to yourself. And if you feel unsure or have doubts, you can type 0 and share what worries you. All feelings are welcome in this space. As we close, keep this picture in your mind. You reach out your hand to greet someone. Your grip is warm and steady. Your posture is tall. Your eyes are bright. That simple handshake says, I am still here. I'm still strong. I'm still me. Stay strong. Stay curious. Keep taking those small daily steps. Your independence and your memories are worth every bit of effort you give today.